What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Plus Money Sports Betting Podcast. My name is Q. You can follow me on all socials at Bets by Q. And of course, this podcast is brought to you by Black Sheep Betting, where it is a dog's world. Few links in the description. One is for the VIP. That is where I drop all of my official plays. It's designed for disciplined bettors. It's not really a place for 10K challenges or parlays. We're not going to retire in one night, all right? But as we move into the MLB season and we move into the final stretch of the NHL season, and of course, March Madness is right around the corner, check out the VIP. I've got a couple of different packages, a little bit of something for everybody, some free trials. I definitely recommend getting in there. If I had to recommend one over the other, I'd say the MLB package is probably the best bang for your buck. But yeah, check out that link, see some packages that might fit your bankroll and your betting habits. The second link is going to be for the Discord chat. It's free. It is hosted by my friend Will from the Double Fault Tennis Podcast. It's just a place to hang out, share your bets, celebrate the wins, cope with the losses. Almost 8,000 members in there. We're building a winning community, so come join us. We talk sports 24/7, 365, every hour of every single day. You'll usually find me in the tennis channel late at night or early in the morning. If you're in the States, you'll start to see us in the chat more active in not at 2 o'clock in the morning always. So we are in the North American swing in tennis. So we're going to get some good matches as we wrap up in Dubai that are going to be, a little bit more timely so we don't have to stay up or wake up at the crack of dawn. All right. Let's recap yesterday really quick. Sabres get it done. We had the money line. This line didn't make any sense. Okay. Sabres win 2-1 against the Devils. Even though the score looks tight, the game really wasn't that close. Truly, it played out pretty much exactly how we expected. Very close to the vest. Low event hockey. Tage Thompson ended up playing, which was a huge surprise to me. It was my understanding that Tage was going to at least rest for one day, which made the number we grabbed look absolutely absurd. I mean, that was pure value. We're 3-0 to start the week. Let's keep this rolling as we move into Thursday. Big Ten matchup. Classic heavyweight battle tonight between Michigan State and Purdue here in Lafayette, Indiana. The story here isn't really who wins the game. It's what the market has done with the number, all right? Purdue opened up laying 5.5. That number has now moved to 7.5. The Boilermakers are exactly what the metrics say that they are. They're one of the best offenses in the country. They rank top 10 in adjusted offensive efficiency. They space the floor extremely well with Braden Smith, and they take care of the ball at an elite level, okay? Everything runs to their point guard, controlling the tempo, one of the best point guards in the country, keeping their half-court execution very, very clean. But Michigan State's going to counter with an elite defense, okay? I think that's where the matchup gets interesting. They're sitting around top 15 nationally in adjusted defense efficiency. Lately, they've looked a little bit more connected than they were to start the season. Perimeter pressure has definitely improved. I think that's big against a Purdue team that doesn't really get that many shots off close to the rim. They're more of a, mid-range jumper kind of team. Michigan State's rim protection definitely stabilized as the years progressed. Tom Izzo's gotten that under control. It's starting to look like a typical late season Tom Izzo team that figure things out just before the big dance. All right. From a pace standpoint, it's going to be a tug of war. Okay. I guess Michigan State would prefer to push a little bit more behind Jeremy Fears Jr. This is going to be a crazy matchup of point guards. It's definitely the matchup of the week between Braden Smith and Jeremy Fears Jr. But JFJ, man, he's developed into a true floor general. But games at Mackey Arena almost always slow down. Okay, so we have to take that into account. Purdue is definitely going to be able to dictate the tempo at home. And these games usually turn into half-court battles, looking in the high 60 possession range. And when games slow down like that, margins normally shrink. All right. Now, if we look at recent form, Purdue still been excellent overall. They bounced back strong after that home loss to Michigan, which also showed something kind of important, right? They're not completely untouchable at home. A Michigan team who had no business winning at Mackey goes in there and they win. Okay, it's huge dogs. Meanwhile, Michigan State, they've quietly been playing some of the best basketball that they've played all year, winning more consistently. Offense looks more organized. Team just looks more, cohesive, right? Situationally, I think you're going to have a lot of people coming into this and saying, hey, this feels like a trap. I don't think this is a trap game. Okay, I think that for Purdue, this is a resilient spot, right? Proving that the Michigan loss was just a bump in the road, a fluke for that matter, right? And then for Michigan State, it's a statement opportunity with the Big Ten tournament positioning on the line, right? These are the types of physical conference games that Izzo's teams usually embrace. It's crazy to think that both of these teams have played 16 games in conference, and this is the first meeting between the two. But it's gonna be a grinder, man. I know Purdue shoots better at home, but the key thing here is that the market already knows that. All right, the number that we got when the market opened up was 5.5. Now we're at 7.5. 5.5 made sense. I don't bat an eye at 5.5, right? I saw this move 2 points. I'm not entirely convinced. I mean, this being pushed up 2.5 points, it's too many points for this type of matchup. You're no longer betting Purdue to win. I mean, you're betting them to separate comfortably against the Michigan State team built defensively to keep games tight. I mean, this profiles as a guard battle between, Braden Smith and Jeremy Fears Jr. In Michigan State's perimeter pressure is exactly the kind of defense that can create enough, scoring droughts if Purdue's jump shots aren't falling. Okay? I think that Purdue wins this game outright. I think the score is probably something like 74-70, 74-69. But the number's gotten inflated, okay? So we'll play for today. We've got to back Michigan State here with the 7.5 points. 1.25 units here. Too many points in what should be a physical, slow-paced Big Ten game. Michigan State does have the defense and the discipline to keep this inside of 2 possessions, okay? So Michigan State plus 7.5 against Purdue today. All right, 1 play on the board, 1.25 units in play. Michigan State plus 7.5 at Mackey. Good luck tonight. I will be back here tomorrow with more plus money plays from around the sports world. Remember, tomorrow's Friday. It is MLB Futures Day, so we'll have 2 or 3 plays on the board with some futures. So lock in for tomorrow's show. I'll be there. As always, my name is Q from Black Sheep Betting, and I hope each and every one of you hit each and every one of your bets.